Israel's actions have never faced more scrutiny. As the international community calls for peace, opinions, judgments and demands have never been more polarized. Well, my special guest is Tzipi Livni, the former Vice Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of Israel and opposition leader. Tzipi Livni is widely regarded as the most powerful woman in Israeli politics and has been an enduring proponent of a two-state solution, famously stating, I quote, "In order to keep values of Israel as a Jewish democratic state with a Jewish majority within the borders of Israel, we need to accept the idea of two states for two peoples." But after so much change in recent months, so much devastation and so much at stake, what does she now believe is the right way forward? Well, Tzipi Livni, I'm delighted to say, joins us now. Your Excellency, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
You know, you've long been a supporter of the two-state solution, even when the support of powerful people waned, like President Trump, for example. You remained firmly a believer. Do you still believe?
I still believe in the vision of the State of Israel, which is written in our Declaration of Independence. And the meaning is that Israel is the nation state for the Jewish people with equal rights to all its citizens, and therefore we need to keep Israel with the Jewish majority within a secured borders. Therefore, I'm not changing my vision for my country. And the ideas of annexation and having millions of Palestinians part of Israel is not acceptable for me. But I do agree, like always, that Israel's security is crucial for the future of the State of Israel. And it's clear that also after October 7th, it's clear that we need not only to guard our borders, but to act severely against terror that is abusing the situation on the Palestinian side, abusing the weakness of the Lebanese government, and in Yemen and in Iran, and that's what we are doing right now. But it's not against, it doesn't change my vision for my country, and the idea that two states for two peoples can be the solution for this ongoing conflict with the Palestinians.
And you mentioned there the tragedy of October the 7th. In the aftermath of that event, a number of Israeli officials have suggested that Palestinian civilians in Gaza have in effect forfeited their agency, and this loss may be permanent. Is this not a deeply troubling proposition?
I will share with you my views. It is clear that after the elections back in 2005, when the Palestinians voted for Hamas, clearly they made a huge mistake, not just because what Hamas is doing to Israelis, but because Hamas is abusing the situation, exploiting it, doesn't care about Palestinian life and use them as human shields. But yet, I believe that after October 7th, what needs to be done is a global understanding, international understanding, that Hamas cannot stay in power in Gaza, that Gaza should be demilitarized, and therefore, by doing so and by replacing Hamas, we can create new hope for Israelis and Palestinians alike. But there's a need for decision-making, there's a need for regional stakeholders to join together in replacing Hamas and offering security to Israel and hope for the Palestinians.
Now, Israel has already attracted significant criticism from several regional actors in connection with its strikes on Iranian territory. In your considered judgment, how far is the current government prepared to go in pursuit of its stated objectives?
Well, just a week passed since the Israeli attack on Iran. Frankly, when it comes to Iran, I think that most of the leaders, international leaders, understand why Israel needed to do it. We are waiting so many years for Iran to stop the enrichment, to declare that they have no ambition to wipe Israel off the map, or to be part of the international community, and they're not willing to do so. And the last report regarding their nuclear ambition was quite disturbing, not only to Israel, but internationally. And therefore, when it comes to the war against Iran, I think that most of the international leaders would understand or understands what Israel is doing, but yet, like always, they would like to have a solution to the situation. And what Trump is doing or saying, and also some European leaders, they are calling Iran to change their plan to achieve a nuclear weapon. And this demand is not only legitimate, but crucial, not only to Israel. Iran is a threat not only to Israel, it is a threat to other moderate countries in the region. They used Hezbollah, they used Houthis to act against Israel, but not only, but also against international players. And therefore, I think that for now, it's clear that Israel is doing something that serves, of course, the interest of Israel, but also serves the interest of the world, of the international community.
And in the prosecution of these military strikes, do you think that in targeting infrastructure not overtly, not strictly of a military nature, Israel may have crossed certain red lines under international law?
I can assure you, as a former Minister of Justice in Israel that served in the Israeli Security Cabinet, that every target during a war is being judged and checked by our Attorney General in Israel in accordance to the international law. And the Israeli goals in this war is to act against the nuclear plan or nuclear infrastructure of Iran. And if something is being under attack, the meaning is that the Israeli army showed our legal advisors that this place that was attacked by us has also some military or any connection to their nuclear plan.
Now, some commentators have speculated, one might argue prematurely, and perhaps irresponsibly, that following the strikes on Iran, Israel's strategic gaze may potentially shift towards Turkey. How do you respond to such suggestions, and how important is it, in your view, to attain full normalization with Ankara?
Of course, but frankly, you shouldn't get or take seriously every thing that some Israeli is saying in Israel. I mean, the Israeli press, maybe unlike Turkey, is completely free. And the one that said something about it, frankly, is an interviewer, former soccer player, football player. So he used it in order to say something. Frankly, this is not any Israeli position. It should be clear, and I think that it was made clear. So he said it, okay. But really, it doesn't represent any Israeli formal position, not at all. And I do believe, since I'm speaking with you, I do believe that the role of when we speak about the relations between Israel and Turkey, and given also the situation in Syria, I think that the role of President Aliyev and the relations of Azerbaijan between Israel and Turkey can be a very dramatic role in mediation, in reducing the tension when this tension appears. And I know that this is part of what he's doing, and we are grateful for this.
Yeah, and just on that, I mean, it's a very interesting, very robust partnership with Azerbaijan. How vital do you see that relationship being in the broader context of Israel's regional approach then?
The relations between Israel and Azerbaijan are of utmost importance to Israel. The position of President Aliyev, also in difficult times to Israel, are highly respected and appreciated. And I'm saying for so many years, and maybe I should repeat it now, the choice in the region is not between Israel and the Palestinians. It's between the good guys and the bad guys. It's between moderates and extremists, in between jihadist groups and a state like Iran that is trying to ignite the region. They joined this war between Israel and Hamas without any reason. We have no conflict, with them, but they still want to wipe Israel off the map. They are destabilizing the situation in Lebanon by using Hezbollah to act against Israel. I do hope that Hezbollah will not join this war, and of course what they are doing and pushing the Houthis to do. And therefore, the choice, or there are also new opportunities in the region to create an alliance of moderate countries, including, of course, Muslim countries and Arab countries, that they understand that Iran is the problem and not Israel. And by working together, we can work not just against the shared or common enemies, but also work together in the region to make this region, well, maybe not new Middle East, but cooperating Middle East. And therefore, the role of Azerbaijan can be part of this group.
Yeah, and you spoke there about the value of cooperation, and you've spoken in the past about values, the importance of values, Jewish values, Israeli values, including the importance of democracy. Presumably the room to disagree remains essential, especially during such testing times when life and death decisions are being made. How confident are you that a diversity of political opinion is being earnestly examined and reflected in government decision-making in Israel?
Well, it's not a secret that before October 7th, our own government tried to change the nature of Israel as a democracy. And we all, those of us believing in democracy and liberal values, we took the streets, we demonstrated against. And there is a huge internal dispute within Israel about what does it mean to be a Jewish democratic state, what does it mean to be a democracy. And unfortunately, the current Israeli government doesn't represent the same values that I believe in. But when it comes to Israel's security, we all support the right of Israel to exist, the right of Israel to defend itself, and war against terror, whether it's Hezbollah, Iran, or Hamas. So yes, it's fragile, and maybe we will face this discussion also during and the day after the war. But I am optimistic. I do believe that most of Israelis understand that they don't need to choose between peace or security, or between Israel's security or our democratic nature and values. It should and it can work together. And what we are doing now by defending ourselves while staying a democracy shows it.
And you've touched on very many important aspects. But finally, I just want to understand with clarity your assessment of the current leadership in Israel. Where has Prime Minister Netanyahu done a good job? And where do you feel that he perhaps needs to do better? What should his focus be right now?
Frankly, I prefer not to speak about internal Israeli politics outside of Israel, especially not in times of war. It's not a secret that I'm a long-time opponent of Netanyahu. But when it comes to Israeli security, the need to act against Hamas, Iran, Hezbollah, and so, of course, we support the army, we support these decisions. But the dispute is mostly I mean, the war against Iran, we are just at the beginning. But yet, when it comes to Gaza, I believe that the Israeli government should have discussed and worked with other regional stakeholders about the day after Gaza, the day after the war in Gaza. What will be the future in Gaza? How can we take Hamas off power but yet replace them with another Palestinian regime and not reoccupying Gaza by Israel and so on? So this is a dispute. As I said before, I have completely different opinion about the nature of Israel as a democracy. But as I said before, war against terror is being supported.
Your Excellency, former Vice Prime Minister, thank you very much indeed for speaking to AnewZ. Well, I'd like to thank again our very special guest for today for joining us with this exclusive interview, and to all of you too for watching and joining us on AnewZ. From all of us here, thanks for being with us.